Alright guys, I'm showing you guys a lot of my parts here for the G35. Coming to you guys, bringing a video just about an upgrade and what I'm going to do to the G35. I had a ton of parts on it now. I'm going to give you guys a video of that very soon, of what I have on the vehicle already. The vehicle's tuned by Z1. I have a ton of bolt-ons, basically every bolt-on you can have. I had E85 before, I'm going to go back to E85. I have the GTR injectors here. I'm going to go with an AEM fuel pump this time. I had a Walbro fuel pump last time. I think it's the 255. That's what I was running before. I'm going to go with the GTR injectors again. I might use those, or I might just go to Nissan and buy another set. I think they're only a few $100. They're not that expensive. And then obviously I have the turbo blanket for the Rev 9 turbo kit. I have a Rev 9 turbo kit on the car. It's going to be a turbo kit I'm going to use for now. I think Limp Mode Tune has basically like an upgrade for that turbo kit. You can probably hear my kids in the background screaming. But Limp Mode has an upgrade for that turbo kit that they use. It's a pretty sweet upgrade, I think. I think it does the downpipe, or they upgrade the downpipe. I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on what Limp Mode Tune does for that. I will have to talk to you with that about that. But what's up, Cole?
Hi, Mommy.
Mommy's upstairs, buddy. I'm in the middle of shooting a video. Mommy's upstairs. What's up?
Where are you going, Dad?
I'm showing all the people my car parts, buddy.
Why?
Because I have to.
Why?
Because they want to see all the car parts that I have, I think.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh, you're true.
You shy, bud? You shy? You came in here. Alright, you want to go upstairs with Mommy? Mommy's upstairs in the kitchen. I think Mommy's making dinner.
Okay.
Alright, close the door, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Alright. Get back to the video. That's my son. Little guy, man. He's 3. His name's Kobe. Sweet little guy. But, so get back to the video. I think let's talk about the Tomei cams. So the cams, that's a great application to put in with the cams. That's a big thing for the for the DE engines. The rev-up engines have better cams. They rev that higher. So a big thing with that is also, if you're upgrading the cams, you want to upgrade that oil pump to a Rev 9, or the rev-up oil pump, not Rev 9 oil pump. I'm referring back to the Rev 9 turbo kit that I'm putting on the car. But you want to put a rev-up oil pump on that vehicle. The rev-up oil pump is a lot better than a regular DE OEM oil pump. It allows you to rev up to 7,000 RPMs. So it's going to give you a lot better. Obviously, you're going to get more out of the gearing. Obviously, you should change your rear end, or your rear differential. That would make a lot more sense when you're changing all this. I'm going to wait to change my gearing on my differential. I have upgraded axles from Ready Imports. The owner, Brian, he's very into G's and 350Zs. I think he tracks the 350Z. He got me to upgrade the axles for my vehicle, and that was great. Then also I have a Z1. I'm going to show you guys. I have an extra one. I have a Z1 drive shaft for my vehicle, one piece. This clown put it on. That's another video coming about this guy, but he put that on, and wasn't able to really just shift into 5th gear after this guy installed that, but I was able to get that fixed. But I have a video coming about that, but I have a drive shaft already for that. But with the cams, the Tomei cams, the Pond cams, they're great cams for a setup. If you're going to do a turbo setup, you obviously have to do the valves and the springs as well. I'm going to go with Tomei everything this time. Everybody goes with Brian, I think, Consworth or something like that. I have to look up, do more, or Brian Wolf cams normally. I'm going to go Tomei this time, see how it goes for me. I'm not going high power setup this time. This time I'm only going to build the top end. I'm going to look for around 500 or so, nothing crazy. And with these, I think these cams are around a 258 duration, about I think 20 millimeters on the intake side, and on the exhaust side I think it's 10-20. It's the same. They're about the same, but the duration, they are the same. The duration is 258. Obviously going to give me a little bit of better power band. When I put a turbo in there, I'm going to get a little bit more intake on the exhaust side. I mean, rev up on the exhaust side and RPMs on the exhaust side. So I should be able to get more out of that engine stock. Or that wouldn't be a stock topping, but it'd be a stock bottoming, and then obviously a built topping on that engine. Obviously, I'm going to do ARP head studs, so it should help the vehicle. This is the turbo blanket that I'm going to obviously put on the vehicle. So I try to keep that top end cool, so I'm not burning my what is it called? The harness. So that's what happens a lot. Those engines, the turbo's gonna heat soak the engine bay. Gonna probably burn the harness, the engine harness, on those things. It happens a lot. I'm gonna do a lot of heat wrapping on a lot of the different things in that vehicle. And obviously I have a carbon fiber hood. I already have a Cyber carbon trunk. I'm gonna put a Cyber carbon hood, Cyber fenders on that as well, and then just obviously change the bumper so it has a lot more airflow into the engine bay. Once again, the GTR injectors. I'm gonna do an AEM fuel pump this time. I think this is the oil gauge. I always have AEM everything. So this is the air to fuel ratio gauge right here. I did AEM on everything. This one probably is oil. There's the oil gauge. AEM, you guys know how expensive these gauges are. Very expensive. And I think this is the most expensive one. This is the boost gauge. You guys can see here, the boost gauge. I don't know if the camera can really focus. I think it's showing itself. But I think you're able to control the boost with this gauge here. You're able to go to the different settings on boost, A to B. I think that's really sweet. A guy from Rock Fab got me that actually, or not got me it, he actually showed me the feature on that. And he was like, you should order this one. So that's what made me order that one. Before then, I didn't know too much about it. Did a little bit of research after. Gonna be a great gauge to put on the vehicle. I really thank him for that. Obviously, other than that, I have these parts from him, and there's gonna be another video about that. I have our text messages. Spent $18,000. Look on my Instagram, or go look at my Instagram story. You'll be able to see. I'm gonna post again about the invoice about the $18,000 that I spent with him on getting 2 engines put in that vehicle. One with the crankbolt snapping, and then another one. We can just go more into depth about that. I have the text messages and everything, all the invoices. But back to this video. So I have the gauges there, showed you guys that, and injectors. And then obviously this is a tile blow-off valve. I have the different springs. I thought I was missing my springs out of this one. I have 2 different blow-off valves, but I think I took the springs out of this one, put them in that one. So with that turbo kit, obviously the Rev 9 turbo kit comes with its own blow-off valve and own wastegate. So, but with my wastegate, I'm going to obviously put the spring that I want in there, because I'm going to obviously try to get a little bit more power than the average kit has on it once Lint Mode does the adjustments that they're going to do to the kit. So I have 2 different blow-off valves. I have a wastegate, towel. I did towel for everything. Here's my A-pillar as well for the vehicle. So you're going to have an A-pillar on the vehicle. I mean on the pillar, obviously, for the gauges. Here you go. The pillar, gauges. I have another rail. I was going to do an E85 again in a couple weeks. Just throw it on the car and get it tuned. But obviously I don't really want to pay for 2 tunes, so I think I might wait. This is Z1 hat. The cams. I think this side actually shows you the part number for the cams if you guys are interested in getting them. It's I feel like if you're gonna turbo your car, it's a smart upgrade. I wouldn't say stock on my cams, because obviously if you're upgrading your car, you're enforcing more air and you're able to actually create a better duration for those to move around and create faster response with the pedal, longer RPM durations to hold the power band. I would upgrade those things if you can. That is it's a smarter upgrade. Show you guys the cams. So I'm just look at this true picture, or I don't think anybody else has videos of Tomei cams on YouTube. Pretty expensive upgrade, to be honest. Wait till I've opened this box many times. Just like this. I didn't even know I can't do this stickers. I don't know what's up in there. Pretty cool. All these things are boxed up pretty nice. You can see the oil that they leave on the cam still. Wow. Yeah. So, my first thing that I'm going to do is get all those things put on. Have limp mode tune the car, or I don't know for sure 100% limp mode to tune the car. Here's the oil pan. I don't know if I should open that. I think I might just leave this closed, but the oil pan from Z1. You guys can see oil pan with drain with the spacer, so we get more oil in there, more flow. So where do you think you guys are tuned into this vehicle? Me showing you guys a lot of my parts. You guys can see a lot of these parts I have from Z1 Motorsports. I think I have everything here from Z1 Motorsports. I have a few parts from other places. I think Unique. I got the injector from Unique Motorsports. I think that's what it's called. But he's out of Southern California. That's where my car's from, Southern California. But now I'm located in upstate New York. Next summer, I hope to get in a lot of runs with a lot of people up here. I would say this car scene here in Rochester, New York is it's a different car scene. We have some good guys, but we have a lot of weirdos too. But I would say that's every car scene. So I'm gonna wrap this video up by saying I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please throw a thumbs up, comment on the video. I like to respond to comments. Tell me what I could do better in this video, what you guys like to see more. But I have a lot more videos to come about the G. Obviously, I'm going to have a video about my NVIDIA exhaust I installed on the car because it has an NVIDIA exhaust already. Have aftermarket, pretty much everything on that vehicle, from suspension to exhaust parts. The only thing I haven't touched is the internals of this engine. I touched the internals of the last engine I have, but that engine blew up. So now this is an engine from Z1 Motorsports that's in the vehicle now. That's going to get all these goodies that you guys see here. But really, stay tuned in. I have another video coming. I'm not big on drama or big on other things, but I have a big video coming to talk about what happened with Rock Fab, and also that happened with Spitfire. One of the guys that owns Rock Fab was James. I think Josh owns Spitfire. Trust me, the drama that went in between those guys, and then the drama that went on with those guys not fixing my vehicles, neither vehicle the right way. One guy spent $18,000 with, or upwards of $25,000 with. Then another guy spent a few $100s with. But definitely two bad experiences. From being a service manager now, seeing customer service and just making sure people's vehicles are fixed the right way, and making sure if they're paying me top dollar, I'm going to make sure their vehicles are complete and the customer service is done right. Both of those places I had terrible customer service and didn't go over well. But thank you guys for tuning into this video.